So Ballard started as a Norwegian fishing village, and over the years, in the last 10 years or so, that started to lose some of the Norwegian and Scandinavian-facing businesses in the area. You know, I'm Norwegian and Swedish. I love my heritage. My background was in the beer industry for years, and I wanted to marry those two things together. So I came up with a business plan in 2017 and worked toward finding a space in Ballard. This building has a really, really deep history. It's a 1920s building that started as someone's actually home, and then it migrated into a Swedish Scandinavian restaurant, the Vasa Grill, in the 1950s. It was here for, I believe, over 40 years. And then beyond that became the People's Pub, a German-focused pub. And then when we took it over, we did a ton of work to revitalize kind of the original history of the building itself, tore down all the drywall and this beautiful exposed brick behind all of the drywall, some of the original beams, the original windows. We do a spin on traditional Norwegian and Nordic food. We've tried to take that and run with it and make it more open to a larger group of people. A lot of our menu is based on what the Vikings might have had available to them in, let's say, 1000 AD. So we're taking a lot of the flavors from the woods and the sea and bringing that to life. There's a lot of pickled herring, smoked salmon, all things that are prevalent throughout Scandinavia that we are taking here and doing our own kind of Pacific Northwest spin on. The Ballard community was very receptive to this concept overall as a Viking-inspired beer hall that kind of is an homage to the history of the neighborhood. I think that speaks to how proud people are of their Scandinavian heritage, and they wanted a place to be able to continue to celebrate that in a very relaxed communal way in here. And I think we were set up to be able to weather a pandemic like this because we had that really strong customer base. The city has been very helpful with allowing us to use the outdoor space and to take over the parking spots outside. That gives us a free permit to us through October of 2021. And we're hoping that the city is able to work with us and other small businesses throughout the city to make that a more permanent thing. We do all sorts of things to get people to come in, give them a reason to come into the beer hall. A lot of those were focused on Scandinavian and Viking culture and history. We have a Viking historian talking about Vikings in the media. We did everything from mushroom foraging classes to the history of the Pacific Fisherman Shipyard that's right behind us here in Ballard, to name that tune with a drag queen, did Vikings of Comedy series in here. So we had a really, really strong programming effort that we really hope to bring back once we're able to have a bunch of people back inside the beer hall. We've made it a point to work with as many Scandinavian businesses in the Puget Sound area, actually really throughout the whole state of Washington. A great example is Scandinavian Specialties here in Ballard. We get all of our fish cakes from them. We have a very strong relationship with the Nordic Museum, National Nordic Museum down the street, partnering from a marketing perspective. We make a lot of content together. I'm actually the vice president of the Sons of Norway Leif Erikson Lodge up the street here. We also work with a winery called Gård. Gård means farm in Norwegian. It's a Norwegian-owned winery on the other side of the Cascades in Washington wine country. Future of the Scandinavian presence or culture here in Ballard. I think the first part centers around the huge Sit in the Mai parade that we have every year. So that's Norwegian Constitution Day. It's on May 17th. There are usually tens of thousands of people who come to see that parade. It's been going on for over 100 years. And unfortunately in 2020 it was the first year that did not happen in 100 years. So I really want to see a strong comeback of that, and I'd love to see other Scandinavian businesses emerge again. You know, you see it being used in a lot of the new apartment buildings that show up. It's just kind of, they use the name of something Scandinavian, but there really isn't any strong connection to the neighborhood. It's been quite a challenge to navigate the pandemic over the last year. We're constantly evolving and finding new ways to continue to engage our customers. I'm just absolutely amazed by the strength of the community in Ballard as a whole, not just the Scandinavian population, but how all of us have come together and kind of assisted each other throughout the pandemic. Just our customers in general have been incredible and have supported us, and we are here today because of that support. So I'm very grateful and thankful for all of that.